Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Dave in Kentucky here. I guess you saw the thumbnail. The razor I'm using is a Shake Sharp. Got the compendium here to go over some stuff. Some of my older videos I gave more detail about stuff, but I know I've got a lot of newer viewers that may not go back and look at those, and they'll see me use razors and think, why doesn't he say more about it? Well, I've already covered it pretty much, but I'm going to try to give a little more detail when my old brain remembers to do that as I do them, use them again. Alright, so here's the ads for it. You can see the mechanism. It has a honing mechanism, much like the De Haven, and you shake it back and forth and it would sharpen it and keep the blade fresh back then for the thicker blades that were used. You don't do that with the newer blades. You can still use modern blades with these. I double stack them. Older gentlemen that I first saw using this recommended that. I've used just a single blade and it works that way, but using two blades together stacked, you don't even realize there's two there, but it gives more rigidity the way the razor was designed, so that's why I do it that way. So you can do it either way though. So the first time a trademark Shake Sharp was used was 1945. Shake Sharp Company, their razor was in Long Island City, New York. So it's a single edge rib bar guard, so there's like ribs on the bar but not teeth. It came in all metal gold or nickel finish. It also had the very first one, the MK1, was it says plastic. I always thought it was Bakelite, but plastic body and head, and then the guard as well as the top part had a gold cap. And so you can kind of see those in the pictures here. This one is the one I'll be using. It's gold. Well, I had the gold. I had all three of these. I had the gold one, got rid of it. I have the nickel finish one now. This is the other one that I had, the MK1, first one that came out. It had two models of that, and I'll show you the difference in them. Because the top cap, I'm not going to take it off now, because sometimes it can be fiddly, especially when I'm on camera, but you'll see on the back there, you can slide this one way or the other. So you just press down on it and slide it, and the top cap flips back. On the original one, the top cap would totally come off. And then they came out with the MK2 or 1.5, some people call it, was still the plastic one, the black plastic, but the top cap was hinged. And then the all gold metal ones and the nickel plated ones have that hinge. Let me just go ahead and do it. You watch it fiddle though. So slide it over. And it pops back. You know what, since I've got it opened, I'm going to pull that blade out, and you can see I've got two blades there stacked. Because this was in the display case for a while. I don't know how old those blades are and how many uses they had on them. I will say, so I'm going to grab two Wizamet blades. I will say that Tommy, TC, also a Kentucky boy, has been prodding me to go through and give my top razors, both modern and vintage. And that's quite a daunting task for me. Yeah, I've probably got 200 plus razors, last I counted. And I don't know about that, but he wants to know what my top 20 are. I'm going to try to figure out something we can do along those lines. So there you go. How the cap flops back. Basically, stick the blades on there. Try to line those up without slicing your finger. Just set them on there. That down. And you got to get the holes to line up, push it over, And that's it. It's on there. So not as fiddly as I was afraid it would be. Okay, so that's the razor we're going to use. Saw some people on DFS using a Declaration Grooming soap. I've seen it. I've thought, man, it's a pretty label. The color, I mean, it's the same label they use on all their soaps, but the color of it and everything. It sounded interesting, and they were raving about it. And one person said, this is the GOAT for Declaration Grooming. So it's like, that's it. There was a Black Friday sale, and so I got the Soap and Splash, and it's Massacre of the Innocents. So, of course, it's a reference to somebody back in history that was a not-so-pleasant person, apparently. But this one is really patterned after the horse that named after him, I guess. Anyway, so, and it is a very nice scent. What are the scent notes? I don't know. I'm so sorry. They don't put them on here, I don't believe. Nope, just the ingredients. But if you go look it up, you'll find it easy enough. So let me go ahead, wet the face, and I have my 28mm Paladin Vesuvius Chief soaking, and we'll get to going here. Let me wet my face. So this set just came in the mail the other day, and I wanted to use it, but the focus was on the razor. Still got the after effects of this head cold that's going, but it's getting better and better. Just have the coughing from it. So how's everybody doing? Having good shaves out there? Avoiding the drama of life and on the forums and whatnot. I try to stay away from the drama here and just enjoy the shave. Alright, so that's about a 30-second load, 20-something, 30 seconds. And I'm not even going to rinse that out this time. Let's just set that aside. You know, while I was using this soap just reminds me of a fragrance, and I can't think of what it is. But it's very good. Have the water trickling on the faucet and just reaching down and getting a little bit. Until we get the consistency where we want. And try to hope we don't go past the water band. Taking just a little longer than I normally do to build the lather with this one. I'm trying to make sure I've got enough soap built up and in the brush the first pass. So. I think we're there. Hopefully there's enough left in there. There's probably enough left in there. It's just a matter of whether I can coax it out. All right. So there we go. Nickel finish, shake sharp. You can see the slot on the front there, the mechanism where you would shake it and that plate would go back and forth and freshen up the blade. Reason I chose this one to use was I was thinking about Tommy wanting me to do the go through and give my top razors, and You know, with so many, I don't reach this for this one a lot, but it has always been one of my favorites. Whether it was a modern razor or vintage I was choosing, the Shake Sharp gives an amazing shave. Doesn't require any modification of the blade. It's an efficient razor while being very comfortable for me. I've had others tell me, yeah, no, it was a little too much for me or something, but I don't get that at all. And so, thinking about going through and using them all, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to start with that one. I just love that one. And like I said, I'm going to have to figure out a way to highlight all the ones I'm choosing between and what I narrow it down to. But this I can guarantee is going to be near the top. Just from experience. I probably should have kept all three, but you know, when you had all three, you didn't use them all. The first one was a little more aggressive than the latter, but I've gotten it and had it for a while. I enjoyed shaves from it. You know, it was the harder one to find. You didn't see them that often because they were harder to find, and so it was the hunt, you know, trying to get it. All right, looking good. We may make it with the soap in there. That's good because I love that Vesuvius stock for the handle from Paladin. We'll give some unofficial or official, whatever you want to call it, thoughts on that Zomchi razor I used. It actually has been a good razor. You know, someone commented, just popped on here one time, one comment to give their opinion on it. That's fine. That he didn't agree with me that it's not for a beginner. I think it is. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to that. And they're entitled to theirs to state on their channel, which I believe they said on their channel once that somebody should get their own channel if they want to make an opinion. But anyway, I had no problem with it. I get a nice shave from it. It's not hard to find the angle. It's comfortable. I get nothing from Zomchi other than the razor was sent to me, and I'm going to gift it to a friend that's a newer shaver. So I stand by my feelings about it. I don't think it's one that everyone's going to run out and get. It's more marketed at the masses than the shaving hobbyist, I think. But I don't think you can go wrong if you pick one up. I think they're about 30 bucks with the stand. It's sitting right here. This one here, if you've not seen that video. Anyway, Zomchi. It's an attractive razor. Nice base on it. You can lay it on its side or just stick it inside. It's got a rubber, excuse me, sharp and bottom to the base. Just figured I'd throw that out there, since I probably am not going to do a second video with it. But I have used it since the video, and I have no problem with it or recommending it. It won't make my top 20. Alrighty. The soap is just, you know, I'm not talking about it, but the, you know, the base is great. You can see the lather I'm getting. The scent is great. I'm really glad I picked it up. Razor rinses good and clean easily. There you go. Let me get a rinse on me. Got it on my glasses. Clean my glasses here a second. Can't stand water spots on them. Alrighty. Let me get the brush cleaned. Probably could have done another pass if we needed to at least. So I've commented before, I had a gorgeous Vesuvius Chief. It was just a 26mm. And the time funds were tighter and I held it for a while, and then finally I let go of it. I never should have. Regretted it. And then you couldn't find these reasonably priced anymore. Quick towel strop, clean it up and everything. So there you have it. That's, I don't know if the lighting is going to pick it up. I'll back up here where the light hits it, but just a gorgeous handle. I was very happy to, I picked up a, I think it's a Winston Vesuvius, which is a smaller 26mm knot. And then this 28 came along and I could not pass it up because it's a Chief, just like my other one was, but larger handle, or knot, sorry, larger knot. Witch hazel. So there you have it. That's the Shake Sharp. You can't shake it to get it sharp anymore, but it will hold a fresh, modern blade and give you an amazing shave. Grooming Massacre the Innocents. So glad I got this. I should have got it sooner. Every time I'd see it, I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I didn't care for the name too much. Then I got the history on it. It was a horse named after something, but anyway, yada, yada, yada. Gorgeous scent. Love having that. There's the Shake Sharp. Hope you're having great shaves out there. Tell me what you're using. Tell me how you avoid the drama in life. On the forums, on YouTube, whatever. Anyway, let's just enjoy shaves. Do it your way, but feel free to share your opinion. What's your favorite vintage razor, and what's your favorite modern razor? That's a good one. Tell me that down below. Tell me what your favorite vintage, your favorite modern is. I'm going to try to figure out how I can go through and not catalog all of mine again, but kind of go through and narrow it down what my top 20 is. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll get down to my top 20 and then I'll sell off everything else. Anyway, Dave in Kentucky, be kind, be safe out there. We'll see you on the forum.